Clemson playing.
Coach Saban would talk a lot about like a lot of hype and people saying they're great.
Oh, okay, got you. Reading newspaper clippings. Yeah, that was, that's okay. Got it. I just think really at the end of the day, you just got to stay inside out and ignore the noise, whether it be good or bad. I think you just got to focus on the now, and that's what comes down to. That's what's most important. And you have to look yourself in the mirror, and you have to take an inventory of yourself, your life, what you're listening to, and what you're reading, et cetera. And I just think that it's our players' job to go play. It's my job to coach. It's my job to get them ready, and they just need to focus on just focus on getting better every day, 1% better every day, and focus on the now and the things they can control. And what they can control is their energy, their effort, their execution, and how they think and how they prepare. And that's what matters the most. And just really overemphasize and, carrying on that message of, as you say, rat poison. But just, it can be if you allow it to be. But you control that yourself with how you think and what you read and how you process, information that's out there.
Is it harder to kind of, tell that to your players with, today's generation with cell phones, iPhones, internet, things like that? How do you try to maintain that focus for those players despite the today's generation?
It really just starts with me leading by example. I'm a coach that, I make my players, just have to really, put the cell phones down for they come in the meeting. Just really refocus them. I mean, we live in a world, obviously, social media is a big thing nowadays, but social media can make you very delusional as well. And I think it's really important to overemphasize the message that when they come in this building, it's about Clemson football. It's about getting better. It's about putting it on tape. It's about standards and expectations. And we have high standards here. And it's my job to continue to challenge them and refocus us. I start off every meeting, with a quote about life, and we talk about academics, and we talk about responsibility. Those things are what matter. Obviously, the number one purpose of our program is to graduate our players and just really continue to overemphasize and reiterate Coach's message. And and I'm an extension of him. His messages are my messages, and it's my job to not only refocus my room, but refocus the defense and the team. Because you live in a glass house and everybody's watching, everybody's listening, and I'm just thankful in a place where not too many associate head coaches and defensive line coaches get to stand up in front of the media or stand up in front of the team and really address the team. And I've had those opportunities thanks to Coach but yes, it is an issue if you allow it, and but you can't, So if you allow it, you're encouraging it. You're encouraging it. So just don't allow it.
Got time for one or two more with Coach.
Nick, when you've studied this Georgia Tech team, a group that can really challenge you up front in the trenches, particularly on the ground, just in your evaluation of the tape, just what stands out to you?
I wonder when somebody's going to ask me about Georgia Tech. Man, you're talking about, elite team across the board. I mean, obviously, this quarterback makes them go. They got a running back. They got a backup quarterback as well. Just being able to be prepared for both quarterbacks. I mean, they're elite, and just the tight ends are big and physical. They got speed at wide receiver. Up front, man, they're tough, physical, relentless. Obviously, you can see the mentality of their head coach being a former offensive lineman who actually played at Georgia Tech during the same time I was here at Clemson. And, they're just tough physical. It's going to be a huge challenge for us. And, it's their scheme and, what they do offensively is a lot. And so we got to really prepare with details and be prepared and be prepared for what they're going to do. And they got some big-time players over there. But it starts up front with the offensive line, and I think do a really good job of just, combo block, pulling, schemes, et cetera, et cetera. They do it all. And they do it at a high level and do a great job. And so you can tell they're a very well-coached team, very disciplined team. Obviously they're averaging, over 550 yards per game for a reason. And they've been putting it on tape. And so we got a huge challenge ahead of us. And so we just got to go out there and, start the day at practice and, work on the things necessary to put us in the best position to win.
Nick, one final one. Go ahead, John.
How does Tom Allen being in the box change stuff like for the other coaches, like job duty-wise? I mean, he mentioned, yes, that run down the hill and then get in the golf cart and go up to the press box. I mean, are there any funny tweaks at all, or how much does that really change what you guys are doing on the field?
in terms of running down the hill, that's just for his first game, him being a rookie coach, being here. That's not every week, but it really hasn't changed much of anything. Obviously, me being a co-DC, being on the sidelines, and just being the best at my role and helping him with my eyes and the morale of the team on the sidelines and making necessary adjustments or bringing the defense up and just kind of just talking with them, or whether it's the staff, and it's our role as coaches that are on the sidelines to help him, be successful, to help us be successful, to help our players be successful. And, obviously having his eyes, wanting to, that's just what he's done, how he done things. He's been successful at it. And so, I just, we're doing our best as a staff to, help him and continue to challenge our players and be the best we can be. And that's just kind of the infrastructure of kind of how our defense is structured on game day, and it's worked out.
All right. Thank you for your time, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Nick.
Yep.